Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. Didn't even work then either. Oh, that looks frozen. Doesn't look like it's actively looking at the dogs. Oh well. What's going on? Anybody here? Back to another dead chat. Well, both of my videos that I put out today failed right out of the gate, so not a lot of views and nothing to augment the channel's income whatsoever. So it's just trying times. Man, like 7,000 views. Anyways, hopefully we'll have something interesting for people. But now I've wasted 3 of my 24-hour notifications, so there probably won't be any notifications given out on this live stream since it was before yesterday's live stream, and then I uploaded 2 videos. Isn't that ridiculous to have to care about shit like that? Yeah. Yeah, if I was people out there, I'd actually, check in on the channel every once in a while. See if I got a video going. I mean, I have almost 141,000 subs. You'd think some of them would just check to see if I have a video. I mean, 7,000 views with 141. That makes sense. No, not really. Doesn't even get a sniff, like what's that? I don't know. Are you guys around? I had this power thing, beep, and then I hit a button and it shut off my power to my computer. But it looks like the live stream's still going. Perhaps, I don't know. It was just like that was my power, like battery backup. Are you guys there? I gotta get everything set back up again. Alright, anyways. So how's it going out there tonight? So tonight I'm hoping to have a night where we can reach the goal or something like that on this show. We've absolutely been struggling for, 4 or 5 days, and I could really use your guys' help tonight. Okay, this has been a really tough time for me lately. Not sure what's going on, and really has me kind of down on the whole thing. My videos aren't being seen. I'm not sure what to do. I've tried my best. Tried your best? Well, all I can say is I can't make stuff happen that is out of my control, We if you go. Nobody knows what that means. Like the audio. What audio? We if you go, everybody. We if you go. All right, let's just go do the fugitive first. So, North Carolina inmate guilty of 1-year-old's murder escapes during medical appointment. And it says right there, officials in North Carolina are searching for an inmate. This is from yesterday. Searching for an inmate convicted of killing a 1-year-old girl after he escaped while being taken to a medical facility Tuesday. Ramone Alston, 30, was convicted in the Christmas Day 2015 murder of 1-year-old Malie Williams, a bystander fatally struck when someone opened fire from a vehicle in Chapel Hill. His defense said Alston was there but did not kill the girl. 2 other men were arrested, but only one has been targeted for prosecution. The girl was playing outside her apartment when gunfire erupted. Alston was convicted of first-degree murder in 2018 and sentenced to life behind bars, according to North Carolina Department of Adult Correction. He was assigned a Birdie Correctional Institution in Windsor, officials said. Yeah, what is we if you go, Cindy? Nobody knows what that means. You haven't corrected it yet. The department said in a statement that Alston arrived at 7 a.m. Tuesday in a prison transport van to the University of North Carolina Medical Center's gastroenterology unit, where he had a medical appointment. The statement said he had freed himself from leg restraints and still in handcuffs, jumped out and ran into adjacent woods. That doesn't mean that at all. Well, if you go, that doesn't mean anything, Zoe413. You're just assuming. How do you get that from what she said? Yeah, you'll just go find somebody else, I guess. I mean, look at right now, 91 people. You see, it's just something's not working, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, we if we go, yeah. Jesus. The department said in a statement that Alston arrived at 7 a.m. and then he escaped somehow. The statement said he had freed himself from leg constraints and still in handcuffs, jumped out and ran into adjacent woods. Keith Acree, Communications Director for the Department of Adult Corrections. That's such a weird... I wonder how he did that. I think it's almost like it was planned with somebody else. Authorities established a perimeter covering at least 1 mile radius around the location of the escape, the Department of Adult Corrections said. Neighbors were urged to keep doors and windows closed and to stay inside if possible. And thanks, Alley Cake. Appreciate it. And Brown-Eyed Girl. Da-da-da. At least you're still around. I appreciate it. I mean, it's just really unbelievable lately. Almost feels spat on. It's wild. Just like like some schmo that's just, I don't know what to tell you, but that's what it feels like. Make a t-shirt, we if we go. Yeah, well, I don't know, whatever that means. Oh yeah, I guess you can reply to super chats, but it doesn't let me do it. I click on it and it sort of flashes. Oh, it did? Your phone was in your pocket? See, I told you, Zoe413. It wasn't even close. You said it was just a phone in her pocket. So this is the hospital he escaped from, right here. And if you look, it's really, well, that's where he was at. I don't know where he jumped out of the vehicle. But, I mean, it's really sparse housing out here. So he might have been able to escape into the woods there. Huh. Is it this one? God, it's so crazy. I recorded the entire... I put it in here, but it's not there now. Jesus. Okay, I'm going to have to do it differently. There we go. That's not it. Here it is. I have the whole... There's an interview that was recorded, or like a press conference, so maybe we can take a look at that, and then I think that's pretty much it. It was only out of one mic, so fix that. And then this part here was really poor. Okay. Should be good now.
Off and run.
Alright. That's good audio. Check it out. Hey, thanks, Alley Cake. You're fishing? Alright, sweet. What are you fishing for? Catfish? Crappie? Bass? Bluegill? And thanks so much, Alley Cake. And Alley Cake again, and then Brown Eye Girl 714. Alright. Let's do it. You guys want to hear this?
We're coming to the phase of this.
I just know that when I play these, for some reason, the super chats and support for the channel die down almost to a trickle every single time. It's like almost like a magical spell.
Search investigation where it's time to make a transition. The ground search phase of this is coming to a close. All the resources you've seen on the ground the past 48 hours have done an exhaustive job of searching the local area. At this point, we're pretty certain that offender Alston's not.
It's too loud.
In the immediate local area. So at this point, this becomes more of a phase where we follow tips and we follow leads and we work the investigative angle of this and respond to things that we learn. I will tell you that since the reward has been in place for the past 24 hours or so, the volume of calls coming in has been significant and steady, and a lot of folks are providing information.
There is no
we're very
other
thankful
shooter,
for that.
Jay
We want
Runner.
to continue
Get
to
over
encourage that. If you've seen something or if you know something, please come forward and share that information. That'll be a great help in helping us get offender Alston back into custody. We're very thankful to Sheriff Blackwood and all of the other agencies that have supported over the past 48 hours. The Department of Adult Correction will be taking the lead on the search from here on. Other agencies will continue to provide support, provide investigative support, but we're going to allow Sheriff Blackwood and his team to get back to their more day-to-day duties. And I'll leave it at that. Sheriff?
So Kirby Saunders, Emergency Services Director. As Keith just mentioned, we are in the process of transitioning from a unified command approach into a single incident command with the Department of Adult Corrections taking the lead from here on. This has always been the Department of Adult Corrections incident, and we surged up a lot of resources to support them and to support law enforcement and to ensure the safety of our own community. We're at a point, as we've already mentioned, that the ground tactical phase of the ground searching is coming to a conclusion, and we're transitioning the coordination to Department of Adult Corrections from here on out. We will continue to stay in a posture of support, provide any resources that we can from Orange County, and support our local law enforcement agencies and Office of the Department of Adult Corrections to ensure that our community remains safe. I did want to give a couple highlights of just a summary of what we did accomplish since yesterday morning from a tactical ground perspective. Since yesterday morning, there were a total of 335 personnel on the ground involved in both a tactical search, ground search, as well as an investigative role. That incorporated, as of 2 p.m., 33 hours of continuous service searching. There are 19 agencies involved. We covered 1,335 acres as of 2 p.m. this afternoon. We feel pretty comfortable from a search standpoint that offender Alston is not in the immediate vicinity. We feel comfortable in saying that the community is not at an imminent danger or risk right now. And I will lean the sheriff to talk through what our recommendations are for going forward the next few hours.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Earlier today I was asked about a timeline. I made a promise to you to bring that to you. At 3:56 a.m. on the day in question, Alston was transported to the blue housing, from the blue housing unit to intake. That was at 3:56 a.m. At 4:07 a.m. he was placed in a vehicle in the Sally Port, secured in the transport vehicle, and proceeded to the facility, from the facility to UNC Hospital. At 6:50 a.m. they arrived at the hospital and were provided with appointment instructions as per protocol. 6:59, they escorted the offender to the back of the building, and as they were preparing to open the door to let him out of the vehicle, he took off and run, and that was at 7 a.m. and at 7:01 a.m. When we were notified of the escape. I'll go over that timeline one more time. 3:56 a.m. taken to intake. 4:07 placed in the vehicle. 6:50 en route. 6:59. 6:50 they arrived at the hospital. 6:59 escorted to the back of the building. 7 a.m. they opened the door. At 7:01 escape occurred. I want to reiterate the tip line, 919-324-1082.
And when did he escape?
Also reiterate the $35,000 reward that's being offered. Want to reiterate the fact that we're asking people to check their ring cams, specifically with respect to changing posture. There's a couple things I want to talk about. One is the amazing hospitality offered to all of us by the Durham Tech campus and staff. President Buxton, J.B. Buxton, my gratitude goes out to he and his staff for allowing us to absolutely own that building for the last couple of days. they treated us like kings and queens and made it very comfortable for all the law enforcement agencies to work together in a partnership that everyone there in the law enforcement leadership role has said is something that they've never experienced before. And when I speak to that, I'm talking about, you always hear about the FBI or the SBI pushing back on local law enforcement or local law enforcement pushing back. That has absolutely not been the case here. Everyone has worked in a partnership, played nice in the sandbox, as everybody says. And I'm really proud of the way we've all come together and worked there. And I think having that building to work together in made a huge difference because we were with each other. We saw how hard each of us were working with one another, and that makes a huge difference. We're going to give them that university back and let those students come in and out and not have to see extreme law enforcement presence, which has been over there. I also want to thank Colonel Freddie Johnson of the Highway Patrol for giving us air support and giving us ground support with the...
Wow. Thanks so much, Brown Eyed Girl 714. And yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, everybody, I don't know if some of you are new here. We have a really small crowd tonight. Who knows why? But for 5 years on this channel, people would, you know, even up till even a month ago, really, support the channel on a nightly basis and send super chats in. And, you know, I didn't have to rely on really ad revenue from videos, but now I'm doing that. But I'm not getting a lot of views, so it's not helping on some of the videos. Most of them doesn't help at all. And this channel's given away, I'm just going to show, I mean, because a lot of people have no idea. For my income that comes in, I've given away $209,000 since January of 2020, okay? And that's because of the generosity of all the freaks like Brown Eyed Girl and Alley Cat, etc. And that the income comes in, and then I go out and at the end of the month I donate thousands of dollars to different charities, etc. So when I know it's harder now because of the economy, but you know, it's not like you know, like this week isn't different than 3 weeks ago, right? It's not like it's way different. And for some reason, I don't know if it's the topic, you know, or what it is. I don't know what the difference is, but I really need your guys' support if you have the ability to. I'm not trying to, if you don't have any funds and you're broke and all that, I'm not asking that. But if you can, I would appreciate it. Because we haven't even reached the new goal. Remember when I used to have it at 250 and we'd always get there? And then I switched it to 200 because, you know, the economy wasn't doing great. And we haven't even come close. That was so easy to do. And we haven't even come close. Like, it's 50% of that. Like, it's just a really, you know, I go to bed at night just wondering, we're still gonna be able to do this? Because if my videos aren't being seen, then I'm just in a weird place, you know. And it's tough. I don't know what's going on, you guys. So if you're out there and you can help support the channel, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
The troopers that were available the day of, all the law enforcement agencies within this
Thanks
county
very much, Brown Eyed Girl.
responded in a really a great way in helping us with an extreme event, and they did that in a fine fashion. The North Carolina Sheriff's Association, again.
Yeah, I mean, not to stop this again, but what Plato was saying right there, we've given the money to places like NCMEC, Texas EquiSearch. We have a DNA fund that we've put over almost $90,000 into, if not 90 already. And we have a scholarship fund, and we do a lot of great things. And I'd like to be able to continue to do that. And the only way to continue to do that is if you guys are, you know, supportive and generous, you know, when you can be, right? But it feels like lately it's sort of the last thing that people think about. I don't know. It's very troubling.
And Eddie Caldwell putting the Helping Sheriffs Network together over the last 2 days has provided us a tremendous amount of staffing. We've got deputies from 7 counties that have been working with us. and they came in with no questions asked, ready to go, ready to take an assignment, get in the woods, do what they had to do. And they spent a great deal of time walking in the woods today, and it's been kind of warm, so we really appreciate that. But our local law enforcement, again, even so much as Chapel Hill Police coming up to help us, and Carborough taking the calls for Chapel Hill Police while they were helping us. It's been a joint effort. And, you know, people say a whole lot about the great sheriff. The sheriff's not the sheriff without the people that have been together over the last couple of days. So we really appreciate that. What tomorrow will look like will be slightly different. We're probably not going to have a press conference unless something big happens. We will be in touch with you. Alicia Stemper, my PIO, will be shooting out press releases as the day goes on. But we won't be having these pressers like we've been having unless something does occur. What it's going to look like around our office is we're going to be able to get back to work as usual with the Department of Adult Corrections taking over. We're grateful to them for the staff that they provided and the way that they've helped us over the last couple of days, help them. We are, however, going to have them in our facility. Our patrol room is going to be turned into our intel unit, and the FBI, the Department of Adult Corrections, and all the other workers that are working so hard and diligently right now on intel will be working out of my office there. Our command staff, our command branch rather, will be operating out of my office suite, what I call my round table, and that will be reduced from about 27 people down to about 4 or 5. So smaller footprint, still doing the work that we've been doing, but in hopefully a much more efficient manner and with less intrusion on our partners in the county. So having said that, I think I've covered everything from the phone cams. I want everybody to check their doorbells, cameras, know that there's a reward out there, know what the number is to call in case they've got a tip. And I will tell you that the tip line has been full this afternoon, which is really good. I don't know the quality of the calls that are coming in, but I know that the content has been elevated. So that's really a good thing, and we hope we stumble across a nugget while we're doing that. Okay. With that, I will just, and I wanted to say too to my staff that's with me, my command staff, some of them are with me today, and I just appreciate them and their support of not only this operation, but of me. They have checked on me constantly because they know that I've been awake for a while. And, I just appreciate them taking care of me. So, are there questions?
I had Sheriff Blackwood, I know they said they don't believe that he's in the immediate area. Is there reason to believe that he's not in the state?
There has been a few leads that suggest that he may not be in the state. There are also some leads that suggest that he is in the state.
What would you say to people who are nervous about this and not in our area?
Same thing I said the other day. I think everybody needs to be concerned about their safety every day.
Hey, are you out there, Brown Eyed Girl? I just want to say thanks again. That was very kind. Thank you.
I cannot pinpoint an area to tell a certain group of people in a certain neighborhood or state that they need to be on a heightened level right now. I don't, that mark has got to be at about 90% for me. So, you know, the level of care that you need to take and being aware of your surroundings always ought to be kind of elevated, but I can't tell one county or state or city to elevate more than another right now because I'm not at that 90% mark.
Is there any update right now on how he got out of the leg restraints?
So there's not, again, and I don't want to get into the logistics of how folks escape, but I will tell you that folks who've been incarcerated and are used to wearing these things know tricks that they can do to make them work for them, and we probably think that's what occurred here.
Oh, well, thank you.
I had a question specifically for you, Keith, as it relates to the Department of Adult Corrections. I might have missed this yesterday, but the guns that's in the transport vehicle, they're kept in lockboxes, correct?
No. The officers had their weapons on them, and regulations, procedures at the hospital allow them to carry those into the hospital with them, and they were prepared to do that.
Okay, was there any chance that they had a chance to draw those weapons?
I think from what the sheriff has explained to you, this all happened so quickly there wasn't a chance to do that.
Okay, and then one more question I have is kind of a follow-up. So we had a few people ask, so this guy's in Bertie County, with a partnership with UNC Health. I'm pretty sure there are some healthcare facilities on the eastern part of the state. How has the situation prompted the Department of Adult Corrections to review future transport to prevent this from happening?
There are a lot of factors we're going to look at in the after-action review, and certainly that'll be one factor. A lot of people have asked about, why do we treat in Hillsborough all the way from Bertie County? Part of that, there's two reasons for that. One is he had received care here before, and this was a follow-up appointment to see the same providers he had seen before. When he received care the first time, he was not housed in Bertie County, he was housed somewhere else. And second part of that is we have contractual arrangements with different medical hospitals and different medical care providers to provide certain types of care. UNC Hospitals provides for us a wide variety of specialty services, and they happen to do that for us here in Hillsborough.
Thank you.
Through the Department of Corrections, what you were able to review so far, have you found any indication, whether it was phone calls or anything from when he was in custody, connections, conversations with people outside of the facility that might have been planning this?
Not yet. Those are all things we're looking at, obviously. Like I said, information has been rather limited, but we're looking at all those avenues, exhausting all of those investigative means we have. We don't want to share everything we know at this point for obvious reasons, but we're working on that.
Are there going to be more charges added to him now that he's escaped?
So he's been charged with felony escape, which is
What the heck? Jeez, Alley Cake. I mean, come on. Anyways, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
a crime were he to be convicted, he would have added to his additional sentence. He already has a life sentence anyway, but this would be something on top of that.
I didn't mean to interrupt, I'm sorry. I didn't know if he had a history of trying to escape in the past in custody.
I'm not aware of any other prior escape attempts for him.
Very
He does have a
kind.
long criminal record, but none of those are escape attempts to my knowledge.
Heard about an arrest out of Charlotte, a man in a stolen Charger. Any reason to believe that that could be connected to Mr. Alston?
I don't believe that is. Do you? No.
Sheriff, you mentioned earlier that you said earlier somebody knows out there that this was planned. Do you still believe that as of this afternoon?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Regarding the search of businesses, homes, have you seen any video from any homeowners, Ring camera, any business
What's
since
going on?
the escape yesterday?
No, we had someone call us and say that they thought they had captured him on their Ring camera, but it was not him. One other thing I want to go back to, we mentioned the fact that he's being charged with a crime. I want to make one thing very clear to anyone out there that was involved in helping him. The aiding and abetting in the escape of an inmate.
Can you guys hear me? There was something really weird. It was just kind of... All right, let's see. Is it working now? All right. I just wanted to go back and hear what he said right here.
You mentioned earlier that you said earlier somebody knows out there that this was planned. Do you still believe that as of this afternoon?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Let me boost up this audio. I think this is kind of like a key point. I couldn't hear it though.
Charlotte, a man in a stolen Charger. Any reason to believe that that could be connected to Mr. Alston?
I don't believe that is. Do you? No.
Sheriff, you mentioned earlier that you said earlier somebody knows out there that this was planned. Do you still believe that as
This is planned. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That there was somebody waiting for him near this area and picked him up.
this afternoon?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
That's what I thought.
Regarding the search of businesses, homes, have you seen any video from any homeowners, Ring camera, any business since the escape yesterday?
No, we had someone call us and say that they thought they had captured him on their Ring camera,
Oh,
but
good
it was
luck,
not
Plato.
him. One other thing I want to go back to, we mentioned the fact that he's being charged with a crime. I want to make one thing very clear to anyone out there that was involved in helping him. The aiding and abetting in the escape of an inmate such as this is a Class H felony. And if we can prove that you were involved in this, you're going to be charged. And just want everybody to think about that while that $35,000 is hanging out there.
Sheriff, have you had a chance to speak with the family of that one-year-old?
It was
who
25, they
sadly
added
was
10.
killed on Christmas Day? How are they feeling?
So I have not personally had a chance to speak with any of the family members. However, one of the aunts is a very dear friend of my daughter, and they have had communications, and I can tell you that they're reliving this, and they're hurting.
So this is the he's talking about the family of the 1-year-old that this guy killed, 10 years ago. And now they're worried. I mean, I'd actually would post somebody by their, even though, they're not really responsible. I mean, it's not like, he shot them and the 1-year-old, and then he got arrested and then charged. It's not like somebody that testified against you to do payback. But man, that'd be kind of creepy.
All over again. And, while that little girl is not with us anymore, and nobody has really paid attention to that fact, a lot of people are focusing on the acts of this criminal, and that's hurtful.
For the Department of Corrections, was there a failure in procedure after what you were able to review from the limited security footage?
Not that we're aware of at this time.
Sheriff, you had a significant number of deputies from 3 agencies at Home Depot this afternoon or this morning. Was there something in that area that brought that many officers there to search the woods and the railroad tracks?
No, Tammy, we had a significant number of deputies across the entire county from a number of agencies. And I'm going to do my best, Tina, you're going to help me. Chatham, Person, Durham, Alamance, Vance, ALE, that's Alcohol Law Enforcement, UNC Hospital Police, Chapel Hill Police was with us yesterday. I will say that while they were here, of course, Carborough was covering that. What we have done, did I miss anyone? Hillsborough Police also, I'm sorry, and Highway Patrol. These missions are given out with a degree of, Kirby, I'm going to ask you to come and explain the percentages and when our guys go out into the field, they bring back a form, and that form has certain questions which lead us to tell whether or not there's a probability that something might be in that area. And then we take that, feed it into this database, and it tells us a map of places we ought to be checking. So the social media experts on Facebook that are out there telling us where we need to be looking need to really pay attention to what Kirby's getting ready to share with you.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, so to answer your question, Tammy, what those deputies are doing at Home Depot, that was just a drop-off and pick-off point for their assignments that morning. So they were focusing on the railroad track adjacent to the Home Depot area. 2 different teams, one going north, one going south. As I mentioned this morning, we were focusing our attention on canine tracks that led us north of this sighting, and that was in the vicinity of where those tracks kind of went cold at. So we had tasked two different teams to go to those areas to look for what we call article searches. In that aspect, we were looking for any clues that lead us to show that the person was there, whether it be discarded clothing, a piece of the handcuffs or chains, a footprint, any evidence that he may have changed his appearance. I know that was a question this morning. So those were the things we were looking for. In any search mission or search operation, we break kind of this really big area, and in this case, could be really the rest of the world, as the sheriff said yesterday, into really bite-sized small chunks that we can easily manage. And so we grouped teams of resources as they're available and prioritized in certain areas. Obviously, we know where he went missing from, so that's our primary starting point, or where he escaped from. And then we have dogs, we have helicopters, we have a variety of resources to help kind of break this really big area into really small chunks and prioritize our resources, where we assign those resources. So we always put resources in the areas that are most likely to yield a result. In this case, hopefully a find. But at the very minimum, all of our teams are instructed that beyond just looking for an individual that's fleeing from you, we're looking for clues that are going to lead us to their whereabouts or provide answers to questions like how they may have escaped or where they may be headed. So that's in summary how we do every search mission. We use statistical data and analysis from countless of these type of scenarios to give us good intelligence and information. Statistically speaking, about 80% of successful escapees, people who have escaped custody, 80% of those cases they've been located within 18 miles of where they were left, where they escaped. So it's a very big area that incorporates most all of Orange County, half of Alamance County, and most of Durham County. That would take us months, if not years, to search 18 miles, look for a needle in a haystack. So we tend to develop 2 simultaneous operations: extensive ground searches, looking for the
Had to be
individual,
caught
looking for
on,
clues that lead us to the individual.
Surveillance, but they didn't really say what time of the morning he escaped at.
Investigative function.
Was it 7 o'clock in the
gather
morning?
Intelligence, gather information, known accomplices, who they may have talked to, and that's in both escape situation like this and someone who's missing, just a general search and rescue type of operation. So those both go hand in hand. The real difference in transitioning here is we're moving from the less physical, out visible in the wooded areas where someone
I heard him
could
say
be hunkered down
seven,
and
but they didn't say how he got
low
out
or hiding. We've kind of cleared that area where somebody would do that, and we move those resources into that more investigative role. If that help makes sense.
No, you said that you believe that this was planned. Any reason to believe that you may have had an ally within law enforcement that helped with this?
None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So the folks that we believe and the information that we're receiving right now are pointing us in a couple of different directions. And again, you see us every day. You do not see that room full of intel experts that are working. I had one of the SACs from the FBI call me when this thing jumped off and said, "How much help do you need and what do you need?" And I just said, "I need what you can send. The room's full." I've got probably 8 or 9 of our deputies, our investigators who work this type stuff all the time, the technological end of it, working on this, and they have been working nonstop. I'm talking overnight, through the night, into the morning. All these leads are being followed up on, all the technology is being dove into, and it takes time to unload all that stuff and to be able to go through it. So again, my staff, the Chief Deputy of Administration, Tina Sykes, Stephen Shaw, Captain over the Patrol Division, and my Chief Deputy of Operations, Kevin Jones, have been keeping all that stuff running, and Alicia's been writing it all down and telling it back to you guys. So I'm blessed to have a very capable team, a very talented team, and a very dedicated team, and it's allowed us to get to the point we are right now. And I'm going to tell you, we feel good about this investigation. We feel good that, the numbers that Kirby's reporting to you, about 80% are found within 18 miles in a week or so. We've missed the 24-hour, the 12-hour, but we feel good. We feel good about where we are. The other thing about these data sets that reveal this information is almost everything that it says about this type of incident has been on point. Daylight, 30 years old, 31. Everything that we have found has pointed to Mr. Alston. So we feel that that's accurate and it's going to lead us to a successful conclusion.
Once he's caught, how will he?
Years old, 31.
What does that have to do?
About where we are. The other thing about these data sets that reveal this information is almost everything that it says about this type of incident has been on point. Daylight, 30 years old, 31. Everything that we have found has pointed to Mr. Alston. So we feel that that's accurate and it's going to lead us to a successful conclusion.
Once he's caught, how will he be?
I wonder what they're talking about.
Is he going to be moved to a higher security prison?
I'll let the chief talk to that, but we're saying maximum security.
Yeah, certainly. That's our standard protocol when someone comes back from an escape like this, is they go back to our highest security level, usually at Central Prison in Raleigh, and we'll deal with them from there.
You leads coming from all over the place. Would you label anything as concrete at this point?
So I'll tell you that there are 2 leads we've got. I'm not going to tell you what they are, that we feel are solid, rock solid. And that's a teaser to the folks out there that know what's going on and know that they were involved in it. We know you and we're coming for you.
Yeah, there you go.
As this immediate area where
Took about till the end.
He's not in right now. Is it that 1 to 2 mile radius?
We're confident he's not within a 5-mile
Hey,
radius.
Christy girl.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Sorry.
Can you estimate the distance between the transport vehicles and the nearby woods, about how much distance it was?
So the nearby woods is not the problem. Once he exited the vehicle, and I want to explain
Lisa
something.
Valenzuela.
If I were to take off in a dead run right now, everyone here would be, oh my goodness. Your brain takes a few minutes to analyze what just occurred. And I want you to think about what these transport people do every day that they come to work. They transport inmates to and from places all over this state. Now, a long time ago, when I was a very young deputy, I was kidnapped by a prisoner that I was transported at gunpoint. I know what that OODA loop, or that slowdown of the brain feels like. I know what it feels like to say, why are those handcuffs in the floorboard? I just put them on that guy. And your brain has to analyze that. So, you've got to consider what happened when he ran. They were not expecting that. They weren't ready for that. And they took off. We don't know the conversation they had on the way over here. And to condemn those folks for what they've been doing and what they were doing is just wrong. That man had a plan, and there was nothing that they could do to know it. And we hate it all happened. And yes, we're analyzing what took place to make sure that we try to ensure that it doesn't happen again. And we've talked about a lot of stuff today about what we could do better next time. But that's the beauty of this, is that no one was hurt severely, and hopefully nobody gets hurt while this criminal is on the loose, and we can get him back into custody and take things to a different level. But then you've got the parking lot is just like this one, and you've got bare grass that's makes the hospital look pretty, and then you've got glass windows to the hospital. So you've got surroundings that create an environment where those officers couldn't take any evasive action other than to give chase. And you got a young man who's intent on getting away and not getting captured, and they're doing the best they can.
He says he has good
and
leads.
That's what they did.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So I guess it sounds like they've got a couple of good tips. I bet you they'll be onto something by the morning. I was wondering of listening to scanner audio or something, but I don't know exactly where, where's the scanner now, because they don't think he's even in the area, so it could be anywhere. And then I thought of going back to find it, and I couldn't just find it easily, because, now we know it was 7 a.m., so maybe we could find that somewhere at some point. Maybe I'll look for that later. Look at this lens camera, what it's doing to this person here. So that's one of the things people don't realize, is when you have these GoPro cameras, the wide angle lens, it stretches, and this guy's legs are about, his belt's there, so this guy's like, got legs that are 5 feet long and a torso that's 3 feet long and a, yeah. All right. Well, anyway, here's the goal for the, if we get to, all we need is 36 more, then I'll donate 5 memberships out there. I think Johnny V was trying to put something in there that was a little off color, if you know what I'm saying. That's why I removed that comment. I don't know what it meant. It sounded like it was a double entendre type situation. The sheriff doesn't want to give public... Are you guys there? Man, you guys get so quiet. I want to look at this. I think in this video here, the one that I made a video about earlier today, this newer released footage that's out there. It's been out there, but the outlets never play any of it, because it's like, who cares? So I had to go get my own... what do you call it? Had to do my own FOIA request to get the information. No, you're right there, Ren Free. He's been running the streets since he was a juvenile. Okay. Okay, Johnny V. I wasn't sure. If you go read what you wrote, I wasn't sure. KY, and then you throw a pickle in there, and then you're talking about like a saying. I don't know what that means. I just was going on the safe side. Hey, thanks, Michelle H. But look at this guy. Do you think that looks proportional? Yeah, that's what happens with these GoPro on the corners. They're kind of curved down like that. All right, but look at this. Here are the snipers right there. What the heck? Wow. for new membership. Oh, you could have bought the new. Okay, I'll get the new memberships. I'll get 10 then because you just did that. Hey, thank you so much, Michelle H. And also Ginger Keys. All right. Actually, I can. Let's see. Yeah, I can do. I'm going to do 10. I think. I don't know if I can actually. I can still do the 5. But here's the thing: if you guys are out there and you sort of want to buy, memberships for people, that's cool too. But there you go, brown-eyed girl, did it again. That's so kind of you. Thank you, man. It was almost like old times right now, except there was sort of more people and not these massive ones from the same people, which that was always there, but they would always have more people. But hey, thank you so much, Michelle H, brown-eyed girl, Ginger Keys, and Lisa Valenzuela. All right, here we go. Where is it? Memberships. Membership gifting. 5. Here we go. Who's gonna get him? Who's gonna get him? All right, let's see. Not a lot of people here to get them, but Missy 6, Lightning Strike, Heartland Soul, Debbie L, and Mo Show Me. All right. Well, hey, thanks you guys. Thank you so much for getting there to be able to do that. All right, here we go. So I want to go over this because I think it's interesting. Like the way I wanted to. It's hard to do it in a video like that because I'm trying to just let people watch the video. But there's so many important elements in here. So when this video starts, and even if you go back to the very beginning when he walks out the door, they're looking the other direction. So that's a minimum is at 6:09 and 40 seconds. And I've heard that that's almost about the time that they actually did turn around, because there's activity going on at the building. And so what's interesting, if I turn back this on, should take a second, has to kind of kick in. There you go. And you look at these are the videos of, like right there, look, here's where that cop is running around, looking at the building. I think that's when he first got over there. He looked on the building, and then he gets lifted up not too long after that, right? So if you just kind of scroll forward a little bit and just watch, I think this one, because this is his camera. And look, so check this thing out. Let's kind of sync it up now. He's about to go back and be lifted up on the roof, and it's right then when things, see, they already, I think this guy, not to just kind of go all over the place, but I think he's an alien. No, I'm just kidding. If you zoom in over here, let's see, he's in this building right here is where he came out of. This is the Butler County Command Center. So that means he can hear what the other officers are saying. He's not on, like the Secret Service crazy line where nobody knows what the hell's going on. He's literally listening, I believe he's listening to this officer walking around. So right now that officer is kind of like over here, or he's right there actually. He's just about ready to go up and get lifted up on the roof, because we've already seen Thomas Crooks get on the roof. I think you could come up with a really amazing timeline if we just had a couple more videos, but like, you saw the one from yesterday, the camera over here is filming and running. You could put that in there. Then you go back to here, and that's that guy's camera. And I'm just going to move it so you can see that on the screen. I know it's kind of his right, or from. See, that's just my voice on the video. No, wait, no, I got to go back. 9:36. Right, so here he goes. Some people's accounts. So right now he's going up, so maybe it made it difficult. And so this guy over here, the actual body camera person, he's listening. This is at 6, 10, and 36 seconds. So the shooting happens less than a minute later. To discern whether that was one of theirs or not from that distance, even with their scopes. And especially since you can only see part of the individual. But wouldn't you think that a sniper on the roof that seems to be trying to hide themselves would really be cause for concern immediately? I mean, look how wide. So I think he could start seeing Thomas Crooks while he's lifting himself up there. So this is, now we're looking at 6, 10, and 56 seconds. So now I'm going to get rid of this. And now we just watch this video. And here's this guy. Wide open these snipers are. So look what they're up there. So he's probably listening right now. The guy's going, he's got a gun, or, you know, like saying something. And positions to look. Now, the snipers that are on the second floor, maybe not. See, I think this is a clue to us where even this Butler County guy, he didn't have any words that there was a gun, but 4 seconds before the shooting, he starts running, which means that he did hear something before the shots went out. Okay, so I think this proves that this guy actually heard the shots, heard the fact that there was a shooter that had a gun before the shootings actually happened. Of the AGR building behind Thomas Crooks and off to his right, or from, well, Alec Cake, thank you so much for your generosity and everything. I mean, you guys are always helping out on here. On a map, so look at, they're right up there, and you look at that, they do have their, at this point they are looking through, they've got their, I think they're actually looking through their, what's that? Hey, thanks, Michelle H. Yeah, they're looking through the scopes. See, they got both guns are aiming out, and we're looking at, this time now is 6, 11, and 10 seconds. That means in 22.5 seconds, that's when the first shot happens. But those guys, I think, were told that there's something going on. So just think about this. This Butler County guy doesn't even know there's a gun yet. So that means the SWAT team doesn't know that there's a gun. They are looking up there. They know there's an incident, and there's they possibly may know that there's somebody on the roof at this point. I guess it would be west. They're offset in the room, so they're not in sight by people. The audio in the background is actually the real time of Trump's speech. People out there. But you would think that somebody laying on a roof trying, and this is the audio from Dave Stewart's camera. Trying to hide, that would be pretty obvious that that is some nefarious actor. Now look up there, there's 2 snipers are on that roof. See, isn't that interesting? It's interesting, right? You know that guy that yells, he's got a gun! This guy, unless this guy's clock is off, it's crazy, because you look up there, look at it, here's the snipers. I mean, they're looking over there, obviously, right? And that's 6, 11, and 29 seconds. And now look, did you notice how he was moving quicker there, though? Watch. Let me go back a little bit. And this is 6, 11, and 22 seconds. That would be pretty obvious that that is some... And you can hear in Dave's video, the guy go, he's got a gun, or even that other person's video, he's got a gun! Various actor. Now look up there, there's 2 snipers. See, right after you hear he's got a gun, now look at watch. Snipers are on that roof, and right now it's 6, 11, and 32 seconds. So that's crazy, right? So it could be that it's off a little bit and he started running. His camera timing, but I don't think so. I have this perfectly timed up with his. These cameras are not synced up by, you know, like somebody in there and you have to sort of dial it in. These are digitally connected to something where they're all the same generally, right? So because I've tested all of them and they're right on the money. So look at that. He's running 4 seconds before, so that means he heard something, right? snipers are... God, I wish he had turned around, because these are the guys right here that made that shot. Are on that roof, and right now it's 6:11 and 32 seconds. The shot's happening right now. This is right when the shot's happen, and there's the back stand. Right there on the left is the monitor that Donald Trump was looking at. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Right now, I mean, Crooks is alive on this roof. If we could let's just go through frame by frame. Wouldn't that be crazy? Let me make sure we're not passing the, because it's 9 seconds later. And also, so, this is nuts. I didn't even think of doing this. The stand's right there to the left. Okay. So let's see, we'll go backwards from here. Is there any... God, too bad he ducked over there, but... Get up! Oh, right there. How unfortunate. I mean, Crooks is right over here. He's right on that line somewhere. I don't think he's that one. Thanks, True Crime Nut. But I think there's a lot of stuff in here that's interesting. I know, what do you mean body cam of Davey Stewart is... I don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't have a body camera. He just has a regular camera. I'm using the audio from his video to sync it up. Hey, thanks. Bilbo, as in Bilbo Baggins. Isn't that crazy, though? He's right there and he's alive. Like somewhere right there. I mean, I wonder if we could... Okay, what time are we at now? Yeah, so 33. He is still alive now. God, this body camera guy here is just so useless. Generally, it's look at that. I mean, he knew it though. He put that right through there. That might be him right there. I don't know if you can see that, but that is exactly the right spot right here. Is that him, like, raising himself up? That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Or a backpack, or, you know, that's too high for the backpack. It'd be down on the other side. But what do you think about that? I mean, that's exactly the spot. So I think that's window... That's the second one over, I think. And there's another one, and it's just above that. But I guess you'd have to figure out what angle we're looking... Yeah. So that actually goes to right there. I actually think that is him somehow. There's something with that image there is related to him. Is there more in there? Yeah, see, look at that. Did he sort of stick his head up a little bit after that shot came in? That's interesting. Yeah, look at that, huh? That's an exact... Let's just go check. Okay, so here is there's two windows there. We know that. So we'll go down and see how there's 1, 2. And so this guy's standing over here. So he can only see that window. He's back here. He can only see that one, right? Is that correct? Yeah, and also see that line on the side of the building? That's this. Okay, so the angle that he is looking at. I mean, look how perfect this is, you guys. I'm not trying to make something up here, but I'm really serious. Watch. That is just to the left is where the shooter is. You can see it. See, look at how I have it. So you go up here, and then the roof angle goes that way, and there is the shooter right in that position. So, and he's standing right around in here. There's the second window in, and then right there is the shooter. And look at that, right there. That's exactly the spot. Let's go forward again. This might be one that you need to stabilize. Should we do some of that? Just for the hell of it? It might take a couple minutes, but it might be worth it. I went way back. Hold on. $11:28. Shooting hasn't happened yet. That's crazy. That is the exact spot. So, and people could see him. Remember those people, like where Dave was? He could see him from the roof, and it's even harder for him than somebody back this far. Snipers are on that roof, and right now it's 6:11 and 32 seconds. The shot's happening right now. This is right when the, you notice how you can't hear the 6th shot because that must have been way over there. Now look up there. Listen, 2 snipers are on that roof, and right now you can hear it on this one. Hold on. So let me zoom in. I want to get right where I was a minute ago. That was perfect, where you were kind of looking through. Now it's 6:11 and 32 seconds. The shot's happening right now. This is right when the shot's happen, and there's the. Yeah, I think you can see him right there, man. I think that's it. He's not looking through that yet, but I think that's him right there. And I know it's just really pixelated and stuff, but that is really, you know, it's out of the ordinary. So if you keep going, I mean, this is 10, yeah, see right there now, because he's over here. He's looking, you know, he moved over, now he sees through there. So let's try it. Let me go back to right there. And let's see if we can do this. So this is going to be, I do this crazy thing. You can't see it. But I'm going to draw a line right, see where it's gray and then it's dark right there? So I can go, let me do that again. Right? Ah, shit. Basically right there. All right. All right, here we go. Ah. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, we got the first frame in there. All right, so see this line right there? That's what I'm trying to, I'm going to keep everything on that line. I'm just drawing one more time, make it better one. There we go. So this is like hand stabilization. We could try not doing that, but it seems to work better for me. Oh yeah, and then I also want to do the left and right thing, so I'll put it on that little line that goes down in the middle of the building there. See that? All right, so look at the next frame is way off, right? But I can see it on my screen where I drew, and if I go like this, right there, I think is what it was. Oh, it's the bottom of it. Never mind. Right there, and hold on. Oh my God, what's going on? I don't know why Windows. Let me do the phone call crap. This is stupid. I'm gonna go to a different monitor for a second. I'll get right back to that. Just a second. I have to fix something. God, every time you reboot it turns this stupid phone link thing on. Put it over here. Oh yeah, disconnect it. Huh. I don't know. I'm not sure how to turn it off. It was where I could unsync it if I wanted to. But anyways, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. What are you talking about? I got a phone call from my wife, but I have my, I don't know why, I'm just going to get rid of it. I had it connected to my phone. They were like, hey, Microsoft is like, hey, get your phone. It's kind of convenient, I guess, if you were making a lot of phone calls, but not really. Anyways, let me get back to what I was doing here. All right. So you guys can't see it, but basically I have a line drawn on the screen that goes right here and then down that, so I can keep putting them in the same spot each time. All right, so look how far that moved over, right? But I'll move it over again to right there and then down. Then over. Do it again. Down. I still see that. Every frame has that spot there. Right there. Down. If I can get 1 second, it'd be good. So this is only like the 5th frame, number 6. All right, next one. That's way up there, but I can still move it around back to here. This is my sort of the way to do it manually. It takes forever. I mean, it literally. God, is he moving around up there? I mean, there's definitely something there. You see that? That's. It must be so frustrating for the multiple shooter whack jobs that are out there, because they don't want me, they don't even care what I'm doing right now. They're like, no, check the window. Look at the window, Gray. Jesus. Bunch of just, they're almost like parasites. It's really strange. Like a mentally deranged pack of wild wolves shooting around. See, look at that. That's the one shot. Look how well you can see it in that one. Right there. It looks like there's something there. See? That's what. And then he gets his arm in the way. And is this? Does it still have it in this? Hold on. Yep. Stay there. And believe it or not, people are still bringing up that other guy's name that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. It's amazing. God, look at that. You don't think that's him trying to get up or something there? I mean, that sticks out. That's not a random pixelation thing. That looks like that really is him. I knew there was going to be more in this video. Of course, tomorrow you'll see everybody go, oh, look what I found. Bullshit, man. You guys didn't even. Let's see. Right there. And then down. Oh, look at that. It's gone right there. Like he went down. He was looking up. Probably trying to see if he got him. He was so excited. Who's what? Nobody knows what you're talking about. God, does that mean he moved a little bit? It's interesting. That one's in the right same spot. I'll just and don't keep you from sending in super chats, you guys. I mean, this is the classic Gray Hughes Investigates stuff right here. This is the... Oh, did it just move over a little bit? Gotta redraw that line for some reason. One. Oh yeah, because I slid that thing over. Stupid. And I'm not talking to I'm not talking to Alley Cake or Brown Eyed Girl or okay. All right, let's see. Hey, thanks, K-Me. Wow. Come on. This is exactly what I was looking for. I just hadn't had the time to just go through a little bit at a time. So this is the key moment in here. I think that that little bump there is him. And you can see him from way back here, I guess. I don't know. That's exactly where he would be, though. Now, some people might call, maybe they'll say it's a pipe or something, but I don't think so. I think it's, okay, so what we were just looking at a minute ago, well, before I'm just going to continue this until I get through this portion where I can't see the same shot anymore. You know, obviously he gets up and moves around, not him, the guy whose camera this is, gets up and starts moving again. I wonder if he's looking at him. Right there. I mean, look at this. That one portion. I guess what I will go out for a second. So I'm just showing you guys because this guy is standing. Shit, I think he might even be like right here. We can figure out exactly where he's standing, but either way, he's right in this area. That's the window, and then the shooter was found exactly right there. So when we look at that picture, is there a tree just to his left? Can see that big glob of tree right there? Let's see. And look at, he's right there next to that tree, you know, depending on the angle you're looking at it. But that's that big tree in the background. So I don't know. It looks pretty interesting. And again, I just have some erasable marker on my screen, and I'm just putting these things generally in the right spot so that even though it's moving all over the place, to us it'll be much more stable. It's a hand stabilization because it's too hard sometimes to just kind of get it to stabilize right in the spot that you want it to. Do you think there's a guy at Fox News sitting in a cubbyhole somewhere trying to work this out? Answer is no. All right. Yeah, he's there for quite a while. This is pretty cool. I'll do like 2 more and then we'll do a test. Well, actually, kind of looks like he's about ready to. See, right there again. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I think that is him. Let's see. Right back in there, right there. See? Right there? Because that's exactly where he would be. 100%. Right in there. Yeah. And now this thing's blocking where he would be. He's right there. All right, so let's see where he was standing. So here's the truck, and then he was right on the pole of that truck there. That means, so he was right there. This is exactly where he was standing. Right here. And the shooter is right in that general spot. So look at where the shooter is right here. Look at this. I mean, it's amazing, really. And, you know, so if you go down right here to where the shooter, this little spot here, this is where this guy with the camera was, or his, you know, body camera. Not like he's filming something. There it is, just to the right, just on that tree. You can see it. It's right there, and there's that window, and it's off to the left, off and up. And so the way what we had on here, if we go back, I'm going to play it from here. It's just not playing because it's reading. There's so many files in here. And also, man, that is exactly, I mean, within 2 feet of where, you know, he might be. That's exactly it right there. I don't know if you can see it, but right here. See, look. And he hasn't been shot yet. Look at that. It looks almost like he's moving his head up and down a little bit. I mean, I know pixels can do things, but, you know, I think this is more interesting than just kind of passing by it. I think I could actually add all these in there, too. Every one of these, because I can still see them. See that? All the way to there, even. And look when this is. Listen to this. Watch this. Donald Trump was looking at, and also the stands right there to the left. Boom, he gets taken out right there. He's still alive at that point. It's too bad he wasn't facing that same, in that same area when that shot went off. It would have been absolutely nuts. Oh yeah, so that's not what her name. Okay, I'll tell you what it means, Ginger Keys. So Linda Howell is there. Her name is Linda Howell, and there was a guy that was on Art Bell called Linda Howe, Linda Molden Howe, Howe, but it always sounded the same. And she'd always go on to Art Bell's show and talk about cattle mutilations and crop circles. So I actually, so I started saying that with Linda Howell. Every time she'd send in a super chat or something, I go, Linda Howell, as in Linda Moldenhau of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. And I think I don't know if it was for your birthday or something. One time I sent her a UFO beaming up a cow into the spaceship. All right, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. Also, the stands right there to the left had the. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stabilize the hell out of this thing in that spot. Can you see him when it's like a little bit further back then? Yeah, so he should be right there-ish. Just to the right of that tree, but that pipe thing is in the way. And you know, I'm wondering if he kind of made himself a little taller, because he was shot at after those volley of 5. Remember, it went and then somebody else tried to hit him, and then maybe he was moving around at that point, and maybe that's why you could see him. There's the back stand. Right there on the left is the monitor that Donald Trump was looking at. And also, then he goes over here. Jeez, too bad. Alright. The stands right there to the left had the monitor, and then that's where... Well, I guess what would work is, let's see if that thing, you can still see it. You might still be able to, because he's... Corey Comparatore was shot. Turn so to that. Those stands right in... See, right there. I think that's the spot. No, it should be more... It's over to the right more. I don't know. In front of you, right there. I can't tell because now he's moved over. Oh yeah, so see that yeah, that's the same spot right there. Right here. Whatever that is. Because yeah, I mean there's the side pole, whatever this is right here. It's like a pipe on the side of the building. Above, that's the one that Trump was. Yeah, and look, you can actually make out each one of the flats on there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is myself. Have you seen anybody else say that? I bet you nobody else has seen that yet. GR building, and this is just after. Hell, I should stop the show and hurry up and make a video. Thomas Crooks was shot. That's how it works over here. People just steal your shit left and right. If you look, you can see that the yeah, it should be like right in that area. Yeah. There's the window, and then now we can't see him. There's nobody on the roof yet, obviously. And then eventually somebody will get up there. But man, how crazy! And it's weird to see because some people didn't. Oh, he's way over to hear what happened. Actually, I'm not sure what angle this is at now. So they're just kind of walking out and around. Yeah, so there's the one that's behind that tree. This is the one we're looking at, and it's exactly your right spot. I'm just still verifying it when I'm doing the video. But hey guys, if you're out there and you want to help support the Grant Hughes Investigates YouTube channel, get us a really good night here, that would be awesome. Thank you. And I think this is something that we'd seen before. It's like something that is like, that's a chimney, it's not a person, or you know, whatever it is, a pipe of some sort. So what time is it on here? Now you guys, I like, this is my favorite kind of stuff right here. How about you guys?
Get down, guys,
it probably wasn't incredibly loud.
Yeah, just get down, get behind this
by
tree
the
with me.
stage
Get behind this tree.
or like if you yeah, so that is the peak of the roof right there. And then that's the other building behind it. So it's really about the only thing it could possibly be. Crazy. And then after he was killed, he just slumped down and wasn't visible because he didn't need, he wasn't raised up in the air anymore. I don't. What do you guys think? Don't you guys like doing this kind of stuff? I mean, this is what I always like doing. I know it's probably a little tedious, but I think it's definitely something interesting. Yeah, this thing just takes forever to like load up. I don't know why. I have really good graphic cards and right now it's 6:11 and 32 seconds. The shot's happening right now. This is right when the shot's happen, and there's the back stand. Right there on the left is the monitor that Donald Trump was looking at, and also the stands right there to the left had the monitor, and then there were, that's where Corey Comparatore was shot. So it's that, those stands right in front of you, right there. Oh yeah, it's true. See that monitor above? That's the one that the same kind of Trump was looking at, and then you can see way over there is the AGR building, and this is just after Thomas Crooks was shot. And if you look up there, you can see that the yeah, I mean he's like right in there, and I can kind of see something now, but he was alive before, so his head's up. Right now he's dead and his head isn't up anymore. There might see something there, but I think that's really interesting because when he was alive he has to have his head up to see what's going on, which is quite a bit higher than if it's just laying flat on the roof. Right, there's nobody on the roof yet, obviously, and then eventually somebody will get up there. But man, how crazy. And it's weird to see because some people didn't hear what happened, so they're just kind of walking out and around. And it probably wasn't incredibly loud.
Yeah, just get down, get behind this
by
tree
the
with me.
stage,
Get behind this
or
tree.
like if you were in a
Get behind
tent
this
or
tree,
something
guys.
and people were talking, you might have missed the audio.
I'm just safe back here.
Yeah, you should be right in there.
Back here.
It seems more like the
Did they take them off?
the audio of people that were right next to the AGR building was
yeah.
really loud.
Big poop of hair. Holy shit,
And you can
guys.
see people moving around over there. That's where the Dave Stewart individual was sitting right on underneath those trees on the right when he was
fucking crazy, dude.
filming what was going on.
I can't believe I got all that.
That's such a funny comment. This is on national news. What do you think? Out and around. And it probably wasn't incredibly loud
Just get down, get behind this tree
by the
with me.
stage. Actually listening to Dave right stage, or like if you were in a
Get behind
tent
this tree,
or something
guys.
and people were talking, you might have missed the
I'm
audio.
just safe back here.
It seems more like the
Did they pick him off?
The audio
Yeah, I
of
saw a
people
big
that were
poop of hair
right
go up in
next
the
to
air.
the
Fuck yeah.
AGR building
Fuck
was really
yeah.
loud. I think he's over here.
Holy shit,
And you can
guys.
see people moving around over there.
Fucking
That's where the Dave Stewart individual was sitting right on underneath those trees on the
Are you
right
fucking shitting
when
me?
he
This is
was
fucking crazy, dude.
filming what was going on.
I can't believe I got all that on camera, dude. I was in
But,
the
I'm
middle
not
of
really sure what this officer is. And I'm trying to identify the moment somebody got on the roof. There's nobody there yet. 14 and about 9 seconds. Now what I'll do, I mean, right now when you're listening to this, I don't have this on there, but what I could probably do is put Trump's, that's not me talking live, you probably couldn't tell, but yeah, to match up with the timing of this video. Well, how about the officers, Sam? Man, they had F-word was just every second, you know. Effing this and effing that. I can't rap, so I said that. He dropped something there, not sure what that was. The guy didn't even bend over to pick it up. Maybe it was a wallet.
I think
looking
this is
around
kind
to
of
see
funny.
if anybody
I think
knows.
this is funny right here.
I think he did do that. It's hilarious. Watch this. I like busted this guy over here. Watch this. So he's running, and something fell out. He dropped. Did you see that?
there,
Something
not sure
fell
what that
out,
was.
and that guy saw it fall out. See this? Watch this. Speech quietly in the background, and then the different gunshots that came in. Let me go back. Shouldn't it just be really simple to get through over there? Seems like it. There's a lot of struggling going on. Here, watch. This is me live. And I just turned it off. So in a minute here, this guy runs by and he drops something. And it was just so, it looked like somebody that was like looking around to see if he dropped something. Like if anybody's noticing that he saw it. Yeah, nobody on the roof. Okay, I think it's coming up around in here. See here, watch this. And then something fell out right there. See that on the ground? And then look, this guy walks over near it. And look how he looks around at a whole bunch of different... He's looking around to see if anybody sees him. See that? Then he picks up that thing and then... Come on, you know that's what happened there. It was something valuable that guy lost in the heat of the moment. And now that guy has that. Come on. You know that's what happened there, right? There's no chance that wasn't, you know, look at that. So let's see if we can, let's sleuth out what that was. It does kind of look like a phone, but it looks round to me. And you see how it's kind of it looks spherical. Maybe it's a Coke. There it is, hits the ground. Then this guy walks over, he sees it, absolutely, and he walks over towards it, doing the whole da 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 da. Anybody see me? Anybody looking? Anybody looking? Anybody looking? Anybody looking? Great day to steal something. Oh, look, there it is. Yeah, okay. You know it, man. That's not, I don't think it's a, it could be a phone, but it looked spherical. Could be, though. Alright, anybody on the roof yet? Doesn't look like it. So currently we are at, just a second. We are at, wow, that's amazing. I mean, 6:15 and 8 seconds. So you're almost 4 minutes later, and nobody's gone up there yet. That's wild. So those guys that we have on video, or maybe there's somebody right there. I feel like I see some movement up there. Let's see. Isn't that a person right there? Yeah, yeah, definitely a person. I can see them. Well, maybe it's a flag? I don't know. Looks like a flag in the background, actually. So that's still not a person on there. Let's see. Wait, are those multiple people? Or is that just... It almost just seems like a piece of cloth moving around. Man, this is like the Zapruder film all over again. Oh, and this one they took Corey Comparatori off. Wonder why it doesn't show up. Oh, this is weird. Why can't we see him? I could see him before. Oh, I guess you can. Yeah. Yeah, we made the goal, Bilbo. I'm trying for a secondary goal. We're 18 short of like a goal that we haven't hit in a while. So that'd be kind of cool. We had a lot of generous freaks tonight, or you know, a group of them that made a huge difference. Bilbo, you can make a difference too. As in Bilbo Baggins. Look at these guys. What are these guys doing? My God. Coast is clear, dude. Everyone else is moving around. How about you? All right, let me pause it and zoom in over there. Yeah, so that's just like a flag or something. I mean, this will be okay. Look at this guy just came up. Okay, what time was that? Now we know the time. Somebody got on the roof finally. I have to keep doing this because I'm zooming in with the mouse, not zooming in with the video. So it's at 8:16 and 54 seconds. And see, I think this, I don't know if we have video from right then, but here they come, and look where they're going. They're going right where, look where they're at. They're exactly where that brown spot was. Right there. They just moved. Look at, oh, boom. And can I get a boom? We just filmed him moving the rifle over. Look at this. Watch this. Unbelievable. Here, I'll show you. See, he's in that exact spot. Now watch this. He goes over and he drags over and he puts the AR-15 4 slots over to the right. And there we go. All the, how'd his gun get over there, man? How'd his gun get over there? Woo! Yeah, I knew this video had a lot more in it. I knew it did. I could just tell, but just by how the guy was filming around. I mean, it looked like the most mundane, crappy video in the world, but for me, this has a lot of stuff in it. And now, there they are on the roof right there. And I think there's video from kind of close to this time frame. So that means they moved that over right around that time. But anyways, I got to go use... God, nothing's working right here. Hold on. I've got to turn on my... might have to reboot again later. Yeah, don't worry. You'll see all the other pilferers out there. They're going to show the same thing. They always do it. Doesn't matter. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, that's kind of working. Huh? All right, there we go. That works. And that's probably another person there. Maybe that'll give us a good idea. Yeah, so it's somebody looking up, perhaps. That's amazing. They're exactly in the spot where that was. So if we go back, look where those guys are standing. Oh, I guess you can't do it because it's not the same angle, but it's close. Anyways, I'll be back here in a second. I gotta go. I guess. Hold on. I guess you'll just have to listen to garbage. The same music over and over. Hold on.
Stupid is being nice. You're an absolute moron.
Oh well. I thought my wife came home. All right. Well, let's see. But I think others dislike it. Dislike what? Now I'm kind of pumped. I knew this video had something in it. Yeah. There's nobody on the roof there. Trying to get my other audio working. I can't get. I need Okinawa, but I can't. It doesn't say that, by the way. It says Efanawa. It's a very sexual song that I'm trying to. I feel embarrassed to play it. You know, it's really weird. Hey, it's Zozo. She's at the show. Hey, thank you, Body Blow Biscuit Butter. Hey, by the way, Zozo, check it out. You know that video that I was telling you about, what we were going to go over? I actually found that it shows them moving the AR-15 over. It's pretty amazing. The first people up there. Alright, I'm just trying to get my audio working again. Is it gonna work? Hey, look at that. Alright. Yep, that one works. There it is. You can hear it. It's about to start cussing right there. See, nobody's on the roof yet at... God, I just hate this. You have to go like way over here, up in the top, then you can get back in. So nobody's on the roof at 8:16:22 still. And then you see some darkness come up over there. I'm going to write that down, the time. Did you hear what I said, Zozo? You can actually see them move the gun over. See, you can debunk everything, all kinds of stuff if you just take the time. I think that's one of the most important elements. What's this guy doing over here? Oh. Most important elements of being in the true crime realm is disproving claims that other people make. And it's so that, okay, there you go. So right at that moment, see, look at that. Look how similar that looks to what we were looking at. See that? As his head's popping up, doesn't that look almost identical? And he's almost in the exact same spot. That's crazy. So look at, this is them coming up onto the roof. And let's see, when do they actually make entrance onto the roof? Yeah, but that's not obvious to them. You even asked that question. You said, how did his gun get placed 4 over? But now it can be answered. Let's see. So let's go out and 6:16 and 51 seconds. 6:16 51. Isn't that amazing, you guys? That it took him 5 minutes and 20 seconds for them to go up onto the roof? You did say that one time. You said, you asked me, you said, well, how did his gun get over there? I mean, you know, I mean, everybody's just spitballing shit at the beginning, remember? We're just talking. But look, doesn't that look so similar to what we were looking at earlier? So check this thing out. I want you to, before you go off and do what you're doing, check this thing out. Watch this. Look at this. This is crazy. So this is when the shooting's happening. Let me go right to the spot, right here. Here, watch this. I did some stabilization. Come on. God, it's just ridiculous how long it takes. There we go. So look, he hasn't done the final shot, hasn't taken him out yet. Watch this. Watch this one. That's him right there. And it matches perfectly with that window up onto the roof. That's where he was. And then the law enforcement even comes up in that same spot. But watch, you can see. Let me see. That's not probably where did I stabilize it before that? Yeah. So look at him. He's still alive in this shot right here. His head's just peering up above it because we're way back there, and somebody had shot at him, so he's likely kind of moving around a little bit. You know, and he's looking up and down. He's back there. That definitely is him. It's in the exact spot, and there's no other way that can look like that. And then listen to how this goes, and timing wise. Listen. And he's taken out. Like he was alive right before that. And that's not on video, none of that, but isn't that crazy? Man, I got to stabilize that whole section, but that's definitely him on that roof right there. What do you mean? I'm showing it on the screen. What do you mean you don't know where you're... Hold on. See, I told you. You do that to me. All right, I'm going to zoom in again. Right here. Can you see this? Right there. See that? And that's exactly... Oh, look at right there even. See that right there? That's not going to happen randomly with pixelation or something. I think that's him sticking his head up right there. And that's exactly where he is. See, look at. So I'll go back to when I first started stabilizing it. There it is. You can see it in there. Can you see this right here, Zozo? Right there. And then as you move along, he's still there. And you know, to verify that, what we did was, let's go out a little bit right here. See this? We go out a little bit. Yeah, but he wasn't on this is when he's lying on the ground shooting. So this is the roof in the front. That's the top of it, right where that darkness was. See? Right there. Look at he's moving around because somebody had just shot at him. Now look at this pole right here. You see that on the building? See that pole there? And that's the second window over. There's another window right over here. So if we go up in the air and look at, there's the little pole on the little pipe on the building, and you go back over here and he was standing, we figured out, right next to this pole, right next to this truck. He was looking through there, and if you turn like this, there's that window, and look where the shooter is. Up to the left, exactly where this guy is. There's the pole, the window, and just off to the left, there he is, right in front of that tree behind him. So it's 100% him. I can't see how it could be anything but him. And then later on, when the rest of the people get there, it starts looking the same. It has that same look to it, too. So if we go to 816, etc., 816 and a little bit further than that, it's right around in this time frame. It was 816:51 actually. All right, so now look over here on the roof. This is the dividing line. That's where the peak of that roof is, and that's the other roof behind it. And see, look, there's a person standing up right there. But see how similar that looks? You know, that's exactly what his head looked like when he was popping up. 100%. I have zero doubt in my mind at this point. And there you go. There you go. Look at that. And then right there. So here's the thing. So look, this is where his body is, right where we saw him a minute ago. Now look at, he picks up the AR-15 and he slides it over here and he places it right there. So there you go, everybody. There you go. Yeah, this isn't steep at all, this one. Those two roofs are? Which ones? This one isn't very steep at all. It's like a 2 or 3 foot rise and 40 feet long. Oh, you're being sarcastic. I see. Pretty good, Plato. Pretty good, pretty good. What do you mean, oh lot? Wow. That is true. I just showed you that you can see him from this shot and he's alive, and then a sniper takes him out, then 5 minutes later whoever these people are came up and then moved the rifle over, and then we start seeing some other people show up, and I think that's when even the guy that dropped down, he goes up there. Wow, so pretty crazy, right, you guys? Pretty crazy. If you ever come across an old email or text and thought, damn, that was me? Yeah. It's like, man, I used to write like that. I was so much better than now. Thank you to, oh, that was me. Oh, that was, the two PayPal things I have are for me buying the memberships and then me paying for a service. Oh, somebody sent me an email here. This is what they said. Some jackass. This is what I get all the time. Less than 200 viewers? Well, I think it's mainly because no notifications went out tonight. I had 2 videos and then my video from yesterday, but this idiot doesn't know it. And he says, when are you finally going to realize that your political beliefs ostracize at least half of your audience, and that's why you don't have viewers anymore? Speaking of which, only 1 month ago, the RNC was floating on air, elated with self-confidence of an election in the bag. How does it feel to realize you're going to lose again? See what kind of losers these people are? Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if people, like, if you're listening to my political beliefs sometimes and it's so much that you are, oh, I can't do it, then, you know, that just means you're not a good person. Okay? That means that you don't have the ability to look past that with all the great stuff that we've done and everything like that. It means you're not a good person. All right? And that's just the truth. People that cancel other people because they have different political views are the scum of the earth. All right? That's just so anti-American, it's unbelievable. I don't care what yours are, but if I want to say something sometime, you know, I just want to say it. And you don't have to agree with it, but that's what I want to say. And it doesn't mean like, oh my, I can't believe it, you think that way? And you know, it's just, it's creepy, man. I would never unfriend somebody because I have a whole bunch of friends that are as liberal as you can come. Man, they absolutely hate and think Donald Trump is Hitler and everything. But we're all friends. We do our golf trips together and we hang out, and etc. Right? So the thing is that's just the way it is. I don't understand people out there that when you don't agree with them and you're saying what you're saying, that they go, oh, I can't. That's just too much for me. It just means you're nuts yourself. Okay? You're one of the people that people talk about. You know, the Karens of the world, the hyper. You know, I don't know what to say, but it's really strange. Really strange. Now, I've never unfriended somebody because of political beliefs. I've wondered, like, wow, that's nuts. You know, how in the hell could you think that way? And a lot of the friends that think the way they do are smart people. Okay? But a lot of smart people don't think like they do. You know, so, you know, I think a lot of people have been really brainwashed, and I know that sounds hard to say, but the media is a element of one political party, and government too. Is all I think it's mainly though the media and one political party are all working together, sort of spreading propaganda out there, and it's weird that people don't want to notice it or realize it, but it's true, some of the stuff people say that they don't like, it's true. Those are true things that they don't like. But a lot of the real bad stuff that is spread around is absolutely false information, 100%. And I know it's false. That's why I support, that's why I'm somebody that can support Trump, is because I actually know, because I went out and looked at it and went, what are they talking about? I showed it, last night I did a show, and I showed the whole Charlottesville thing in order, going through it, and he couldn't have condemned more strongly the white supremacists and the neo-Nazis. He went, and then he said, but there were good people there that were just protesting, taking down he actually explained it really well, and it made sense to rational-minded people. But you still see people using the same thing over and over and over again. And so here I am, responding again on the channel to something political because somebody sent me something. I don't have to do it. I just like to show you the shit that I get on the side, from absolute idiots, Let's see. Maybe they only think in black and white. Good, bad, viewpoint. Yeah, no, it's, and I think people, it's confirmation bias. They don't like somebody, so then they hear that he said there's very good neo-Nazis. They're going to believe it and not take the time to look it up. They'll just inherently believe it. That's why it was kind of cool during the RNC when that black lady went up there, young lady with the tattoo on her forehead, a social media person. She actually looked into stuff and was like, wow. That's totally wrong and fake and false. And once you start seeing that, you sort of wonder what the agenda is. It's kind of strange. It's scary. It's actually scary. Yeah, it's going to I think it's turning into like a socialist nation. It's going to be weird, and you're going to have, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but during COVID, in Minnesota, they actually had these phone numbers that you could call and turn in your neighbor if you were outside without your mask on. And then they would come in and get you. It's just, who the hell does that shit? I know other countries do it, but they're socialist, I remember Zozo showed me these videos of, helicopters flying around in the air during COVID, trying to control people. It was pretty bizarre. Pretty weird stuff. But anyways, if you are a Democrat and you're in here, I like you and care about you just as much as anybody else. Okay? I think you're crazy, but just like you think I'm crazy. But hopefully you still like me. Yeah. Let's see, I've been seeing a trickle of more videos people are putting out who realize they've been lied to. Makes me really happy to see that. Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Letter about your social security number being covered? No? What do you mean, Ginger? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I have no idea. What does that even mean? Or did anyone receive a letter about your social security being, I don't know what that means. Mine? Or just anybody? Yeah. Anything like that. I don't know what that means. Did anyone receive letters about, what do you mean my social security number? You mean about anybody, like them? Yeah, don't ever answer shit like that. Don't ever answer or talk. Just it's all scams and crap. There's nothing legit about it. And I guess about the only other thing that's kind of interesting in this is, you know, you go to the end over here. And, you know, this is when you see the Secret Service snipers. I mean, look at right there. They're just getting off the roof. See how they're going down the other side there? They're just going down. And I'm sure that they radioed in what happened, and they're going to do a debriefing at another location, you know. So I think right around in this time, they come walking out. Here they are right there. I mean, that's crazy. Jeez. So this guy's probably filling in like what happened and everything. I mean, these guys are just absolute badasses here. I mean, these are the ones. I'm sure the Secret Service probably gets the best of the best snipers after they retire from the military or something like that. I mean, look at that. Insane. Oh. Social Security number leak? Huh? Down the middle of the street during COVID. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. People outside on their porch. Yeah, saying, get inside! Get inside! Remember that? A bunch of crazy people. I saw that video. Insane. But let's make sure that that video really was for what that was. It was curfew, I thought. Now, that was during the riots, I think. It was curfew, but still, I mean, you know, I can be on my porch, you know. You don't get to tell me I can't be on my property on my porch. Right. Okay, you guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. We've got, you know, and one of the reasons, so I started off the show tonight, and we didn't have a lot of viewers because what YouTube only gives you 3 notifications out to the viewers per day. And so I did a show yesterday that was kind of late in the evening, and then I did 2 videos today, so that took up 3 in a 24-hour period. And then when I did this show, it didn't get, a lot of people didn't get notified. Well, I was thinking of going on the other channel in a little bit, Zozo, if you're interested in that. But I gotta go out and try to make a video on this before the trolls, you know. So anyways, thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you to the Generosity. Thank you, Alley Cake, Brown Eyed Girl, Alley Cake, and then Brown Eyed Girl and Alley Cake both did double cat eyes. And Lisa Valenzuela, then Michelle H, then Brown Eyed Girl again, and Ginger Keys with cat eyes. And then I gifted 5, Michelle H gifted a membership, then True Crime Nut, Bilbo, Kami, Body Blow, Biscuit Butter, and Kathy Friedmaker. So tonight was one of those nights where I'm just really lucky, you know. Like the number of people who supported were like 7 or something. And that's when I used to always say, oh man, that's just pure luck. But it, you guys did it. You made it, made for a, like it was like an old school type of night. Although usually with those numbers, it's with like 30 people helping out and stuff like that. Yeah, and you know, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this show. I might even like, I mean, 168 views. It's not gonna get any more views. It's not gonna be monetized. I thought it was interesting though. But anyways, thank you guys very much for being here, and we'll see you guys later, all right? And again, as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector. Plug rejector, I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gregel's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking injection. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later. All right, everybody. Be safe out there. And again, thank you all so much for your generosity and sort of getting us on a normal night for once in, gosh, seems like a week or a week and a half or so. So, thank you. Boom! I hope you found the show interesting, too.